America loves its eggs, scrambled, fried, poached, or sitting pretty atop a slice of avocado toast. But lately, those golden yolks have been feeling more like liquid gold. In the United States, egg prices have soared to an eye-watering $4.15 per dozen. They are up from a humble $1.48 at the end of U.S. President Donald Trump's first term. According to the Consumer Price Index, this is an 8% increase from November to December last year. From the moment President Trump swaggered back into the Oval Office, he has been busy signing executive orders, 200 of them on day one to be exact, tackling everything from tariffs to deportation. While President Trump has been busy threatening other nations with wars and deporting people, one campaign promise remains unfulfilled: making food affordable again, especially eggs. And let's be honest, Americans take their eggs seriously. Whether it's a quick breakfast before work or a protein-packed snack, eggs are a staple in most households. But with prices rising faster than a souffle in a hot oven, many families are finding themselves skipping the egg aisle altogether. Some grocery stores, including Whole Foods, Lidl, and Trader Joe's, have even started rationing cartons, because nothing screams economic prosperity like being told you can only buy 2 dozen eggs per visit.
It's the first time in my life that I've ever had to be kind of embarrassed on what I'm selling eggs for, and it's not our fault. We're paying today $7.45 for a dozen eggs. We're selling for $7.59. We're making 14 cents. That doesn't pay the bills.
While it might be tempting to blame the egg apocalypse on political maneuvering, the reality is far more, well, biological. The culprit? Bird flu. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which, fun fact, President Trump recently ordered to stop external communications, stated that over 145 million birds have been wiped out since the avian flu outbreak began in 2022. That's millions of chickens, ducks, and turkeys gone, leaving poultry farmers scrambling to keep up with the demand. And when supply shrinks, prices inevitably skyrocket. The United States Department of Agriculture's 2025 food price outlook paints an even grimmer picture. They say egg prices in the U.S. are expected to rise another 20.3% this year. That's 10 times the overall food inflation rate of 2.2%. So while other grocery items might see marginal price hikes, eggs are set to remain a luxury item. What about the organic and cage-free eggs? Those are practically a down payment on a car at this point. With Easter just around the corner in April, demand for eggs is only expected to surge. But if the current trend continues, some Americans might find themselves painting potatoes instead of eggs this year. Now, retailers across the country have already started limiting purchases, and frustrated shoppers are voicing their discontent.
I bought eggs just a few days ago, actually. I was making a birthday cake for my boyfriend, and they were, I saw they ranged from $6 to $8 for just even like a dozen of them. And that was, I even said to myself, I'm like, this is blasphemy, it's just robbery, you know, it's really expensive.
While President Trump may claim that tackling grocery costs is a top priority, executive orders cannot resurrect millions of dead chickens or magically refill America's poultry farms. For now, the only real option is patience and maybe some creative egg substitutes. The bird flu crisis needs to be properly managed, and poultry farms need time to recover. But in the meantime, maybe it's time to start appreciating oatmeal.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we've put together for you. Touted as the minimum two-ways defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
we were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.